Good morning everyone, and thank you for joining us today. I'm excited to present our admin automation system, a fully automated solution for streamlining document requests using the Microsoft Power Platform. This system eliminates manual processes and delivers documents in minutes instead of days. Let me start by addressing the problem we're solving. Many organizations today struggle with manual document request processes. Employees send emails back and forth, requests get lost or delayed, and there's no centralized way to track what's happening. HR and IT managers are overwhelmed with approval requests coming through various channels. There's no consistency in how requests are handled, and without a proper audit trail, compliance becomes a concern. These inefficiencies cost time, money, and create frustration for everyone involved. Our solution transforms this chaotic process into a seamless, automated workflow. We've built a comprehensive system that handles everything from the initial request to final document delivery, completely automatically. The system intelligently routes requests based on document type, sending them to either the HR manager or IT manager as needed. Every step is tracked in real time, and all notifications are sent automatically through Outlook email. Employees can submit requests through a user-friendly interface and receive status updates without any manual intervention. This creates complete transparency and ensures nothing falls through the cracks. We built this solution on the Microsoft Power Platform, leveraging 4 key technologies. Power Apps provides an intuitive user interface where employees can submit their requests. SharePoint serves as our secure data storage layer, maintaining all request information. Power Automate is the engine that drives our automated workflows, handling all the routing and approval logic. And finally, Outlook email integration ensures all notifications and approvals happen through the tools your team already uses every day. This technology stack ensures reliability, security, and seamless integration with your existing Microsoft 365 environment. Our system supports 9 different types of document requests, covering all common organizational needs. These include employment verification letters, service letter, salary certificates, reference letters, salary slip, tax document, visa/travel support letters, resignation submissions, and clearance/exit forms for any special requirements. Each document type has its own specific routing rules and approval workflow. The system automatically determines whether a request needs HR manager approval, IT manager approval, or both, based on the document type selected. Let me walk you through how the workflow operates from start to finish. First, an employee submits their request through the Power App interface. It's as simple as filling out a form. Once submitted, the request data is automatically stored in SharePoint with a TI. Let me walk you through how the workflow operates from start to finish. First, an employee submits their request through the Power App interface. It's as simple as filling out a form. Once submitted, the request data is automatically stored in SharePoint with a timestamp and unique tracking number. Power Automate immediately kicks in and routes the request to the appropriate manager, either HR or IT, based on the document type. The manager receives an approval email in their Outlook inbox with all relevant details and can approve or reject with a single click. Once approved, the system automatically generates the document and emails it directly to the employee. The entire process takes just minutes, compared to the days or weeks it used to take. That's the power of complete automation. Let me highlight 4 key features that make this system exceptional. First, it's 100% automated. From the moment an employee clicks submit to when they receive their document, there's zero manual intervention required. Second, smart routing ensures requests always go to the right person. The system knows which manager needs to approve which document type. Third, complete email integration means managers don't need to learn a new system. Everything happens through Outlook, which they're already using. And fourth, real-time tracking gives everyone complete visibility. Employees can see exactly where their request is, and managers can monitor all pending approvals from a single dashboard. The benefits of this system extend across your entire organization. Time savings are dramatic. We're reducing processing time from days to literally minutes. This frees up your HR and IT teams to focus on strategic work instead of administrative tasks. Cost reduction comes from eliminating manual overhead and reducing the number of follow-up emails and phone calls. Accuracy improves to 100% because automated routing eliminates human error. Requests never go to the wrong person or get lost. The employee experience is dramatically enhanced with self-service capability and instant status updates. Managers benefit from streamlined approvals. They can process requests directly from their email without switching systems. You gain complete compliance with a full audit trail of every request and approval. And finally, the system scales infinitely. It can handle 10 requests or 10,000 without requiring additional resources. Now, let me show you the system in action with a live demonstration. Here we have the landing page of our admin automation system. You can see the Get Started button prominently displayed. When an employee clicks this button, they're taken to a secure login screen where they authenticate using their company credentials. Once logged in, they arrive at the employee interface, which is clean, intuitive, and requires no training to use. Now I'm going to demonstrate how an employee creates a new request. On the employee interface, you can see a new request button. When clicked, it opens the request form. The employee simply fills out the necessary information. They select the document type from a drop-down menu, provide any required details like the purpose of the request or specific information needed on the document, and then click Submit. Notice how simple and straightforward this form is. We've designed it to minimize the information required while capturing everything needed to process the request. Once I click Submit, the request is immediately saved with a submitted status, and the employee receives a confirmation message on screen. Within seconds, the employee receives an automated email in their Outlook inbox. Let me show you this email. It confirms that their request has been created successfully. This immediate confirmation gives employees peace of mind that their request is in the system and being processed. Now, here's where the intelligence of the system really shines. Behind the scenes, Power Automate immediately analyzes the document type that was requested. In this case, let's say the employee requested a document that requires IT manager approval before going to HR. The system automatically identifies the appropriate IT manager based on the employee's department or the document type, and assigns them to this request. An approval email is immediately sent to the IT manager's Outlook inbox. Let me show you what the IT manager sees. The email contains all the request details: who made the request, what document they need, why they need it, and when it was submitted. Most importantly, the email has two clear buttons: Approve and Reject. The IT manager doesn't need to log into any system. They can make their decision right from their email. When the IT manager clicks Approve, the system automatically updates the request status from submitted to pending and immediately triggers the next step in the workflow. Let me also show you what happens when a request doesn't require IT manager approval. For certain document types, the system recognizes that only HR approval is needed. In this scenario, the system automatically skips the IT manager step entirely. It immediately changes the status from submitted to pending and sends the approval email directly to the HR manager who is assigned to handle this employee's requests. This intelligent routing ensures that requests move through the workflow as quickly as possible without unnecessary approval steps. Now the request is with the HR manager. They receive an approval email in their Outlook inbox, similar to what we saw with the IT manager. The email contains complete details about the request and the same Approve and Reject buttons. When the HR manager clicks Approve, several things happen simultaneously. First, the system updates the request status from pending to approved in the SharePoint list. You can see here in SharePoint that the status has changed, and the approval timestamp has been recorded. If the HR manager had clicked Reject instead, the entire flow would be cancelled, the status would update to Rejected, and the employee would receive a notification explaining that their request was not approved. But since this request was approved, the workflow continues to the final stage, document generation and delivery. Here's the final and most impressive part of the automation. Once the status changes to approved, the system checks the document type again to determine which specific document template to use. Based on the document type, whether it's an employment letter, salary certificate, experience certificate, or any of the other 9 types we support, the system automatically selects the correct template, populates it with the employee's information from SharePoint and your HR system, and generates a professional, ready-to-use document. This document is then automatically attached to an email and sent directly to the employee's Outlook inbox. At the same time, a copy is saved in the SharePoint document library for record-keeping and compliance purposes. Watch as the status updates to completed now that the document has been delivered. The entire process from submission to delivery has taken just minutes. There's one more automation I want to highlight. For record-keeping and system management, we've built in an automatic closure process. 28 days after a request reaches completed status, the system automatically updates it to closed status. This helps keep your active request list clean and organized while maintaining a complete historical record. You can still access closed requests at any time for auditing or reference purposes, but they're moved out of the active workflow. This automation runs in the background without any manual intervention, ensuring your system stays organized over time. So let me summarize what we just saw. An employee submitted a request in under a minute. The system automatically routed it to the appropriate managers based on intelligent rules. Approvals happened directly through email with no system logins required. The document was generated and delivered automatically. And the entire lifecycle from creation to closure is managed without any manual steps. This is the power of true automation, eliminating administrative burden while improving speed, accuracy, and employee satisfaction. Thank you for your time today.